Nice one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is a win for Nigeria, as the US immigration has now announced that they are going to take a more critical look about documents obtained from Nigeria as it regards divorce cases. So, in short, in the words, due to recent forged documents and development, it is now very pertinent for them now to begin to review the document that they received, any document they received from Nigeria or from Nigerians. You know, when we said this earlier, some of you thought we were just trying to be political, but that's a fact, right? There is no society where crime is not popular, where there is no crime, no society, right? But when you allow someone, an office of the president, to be occupied by somebody who has questionable character and who has documents that are seen to be or cases or tendencies or allegations that you cannot even disprove or discontinent or make it sound as if it's a lie. By now, the president of Nigeria and his associates will do everything humanly possible within their powers to ensure that they prove beyond all reasonable doubt that this man did not commit the crime that is being alleged. Of course, they have told us to go and die and forget about it. There's nothing we are going to do. And now the impact is, I'm happy because some of you are also going to, or who are also going to be badly damaged by this current development, are those supporting the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his party. Anything APC touch, it turns it to dust. Yes, some people turn things to gold, others turn to dust. And I'm happy. The other day we heard, of course, that Nigerian nurses who are in the US, a new verification has been opened for them, especially those that obtain their nursing licenses from Nigeria, because they have got. See, Nigerians have been working in the US, and of course, currently Nigerian community in the US is regarded as the most educated and in value offer to the US economy. They have been rightly honored. They are not counting them for services or for professionalism, but the same society do not joke with certification or the process that brings you into any. It's as no matter how good you are, if the process, if the procedure, if the access, if the credentials or requirements that is supposed to provide, that is supposed to enable you get a job or an office or an opportunity or a contract, is for any reason seen to be not clear. And that's why if you apply for the US visa, they are not saying go and lie. But whatever you have stated that you want to, you are, please bring the document accompanying it to be able to defend it. And in most cases, when the US reject visas applications, it is basically because they cannot correlate your personality with the document. The document doesn't seem to be satisfactory enough to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that you qualify to be given this visa. And it happens everywhere. But in this country, we are being told that a sitting president, it doesn't matter if the certificate is parading, is forged or not, as long as the school said that he went to the school, that's enough. Automatically, you're not hearing that transcript. Whereas when you want to apply for jobs, you do not need transcript certificate that you submit, and then the company does that verification. Now, Nigerians are now trying to defend criminality. They are saying that transcript is the most important thing. Whereas we're even having problem with the transcript. Very soon in this world, very soon, when you apply for anything as a Nigerian, say you are male, they will ask you snap your genitals. Very soon, go and write it down. We don't know what we are joking with. We are sowing terrible seeds because of our selfish interests, our selfish nature, and sentimental outlook. We are sowing terrible seeds that in 10, 15, 20, 30 years to come, our children will suffer the repercussions of this terrible thing. But we do not mind. We don't care. Because, of course, it is eat today, eat tomorrow. That's what we are in this country. So for those of us that are saying, no, this is a terrible thing we are stating, it just started. It's going to go round. Very soon, small. You are hearing that Ghana and South Africa are now discussing ways of what's that word? Visas waiver. Can any country enter any form of agreement? I hear the Minister of Interior talking tough and say there'll be a reciprocating gesture to the way you treat Nigerians with visa application. That's how Nigerian. Babanama today, just Chinama today. They have been embarrassed in the world scene. This has never happened before. And like I said before, criminal situations or criminal issues happen everywhere in the world, but nobody gives the office of president to somebody who has questionable character. Nobody does that. Nobody does that in this country. The man strategized to become president. Churches and pastors were clapping, and people were raising different type of sermons and saying, you don't wake up and become president. A man woke up and strategized to become president for several years and did not sanitize the process. That is a see finish indication. If you want, I have dreams of holding political public offices. I've got passion to leading certain spheres of society in the nearest future. What am I doing? I am building the credential. I am following the process on what will make it effortlessly easy for me. After you have built the character, you build the capacity, you develop the competence, right? I begin to build the network to make it work. But pastors in this country began to use the Saul and David analogy and several rubbish conversation because corn is in your pocket. I was speaking to somebody a couple of hours ago, and it just happened on me. Several churches in Lagos got free lands or got waiver. You see how strategic the guys were? They got waivers in environment they're not supposed to build. The government gave it to them because of strategy for 2023. And today, you cannot be bold enough. Be careful of gift, too. Be careful of gift. A couple of days ago, I was telling a couple of my friends on WhatsApp, though. Somebody called me up and said, I want you to help me wish so person happy birthday. And I said, no, this person knows. I'm not a politician, and this is not a political platform, but right? But I've got values and principles. There are certain persons that I should not, for any reason, eulogize or pour communions on. That person wanted me to, and he was going to pay handsomely. I said no. It was a terrible decision. I need money at all cost, but I said no. And that's how these guys enter you. They'll give you small, you do, and you say it doesn't matter. After all, I can defend it before my followers. And then a low comment session, and you do that first time, do that second time. Before you know, the voice that's how we have lost voices. That's how we have lost very valuable, viable voices in this country. And unfortunately, we are living in a country where it doesn't matter any honest. Now you apply, you say you are divorced. The USA, they want further documents and verification to show that you are really divorced, because we have exposed ourselves to the most ridicule and embarrassment in this world. And somebody said it doesn't matter. There was a country. All of us will suffer for this thing that we are doing now. All of us will suffer for it. If care is not taken, we will regret ever allowing this man to even get to the public spaces and say he has a voice, he has a passion, let alone allow him to become president. The people do not vote him. So of course, I'm not here berating Nigerians, because if 90% of Nigerians do not vote, who vote? Why did you become president? I'm only bothered by those of you defending this nonsense. It's okay not to have liked Peter B. It's okay not to like Atiku. I didn't like his ambition for 2023. It's okay not to like Show. It's okay not to think Kwankwa so hard the answer. But if after all this, you still think that with all what has been brought before Tinubu, and Tinubu is here to defend it, you still think it doesn't matter, you're a bad person. Share this video.